Welcome to today's English session. I am DS Chakravarti, Assistant Professor of English, Government Degree College for Women, Karimnagar. In this session, we are going to focus on the topic root words. Root words is a subtopic which comes under the topic, the comprehensive topic that is called vocabulary. Vocabulary is the essential thing that every student needs to improve so that they can achieve good score in competitive examinations. Almost all the competitive examinations that after graduation you may be facing, they have the integral part. The vocabulary is the integral part of those competitive examinations. So what's the importance of vocabulary? Shakespeare said brevity is the soul of wit. That means if you can convey your opinions, your ideas, or if you can express your opinions in very less number of words, then you will be treated as an intelligent. That means instead of using so many words, if you can convey in less number of words, in few words, then it is always good. That's why to achieve this task, we have to improve our vocabulary. So there are 4 steps that you need to focus so that you can improve your vocabulary. That means there are 4 subcategories of vocabulary. They have to be dealt with individually. The first one is the synonyms, that is the words that give us the same meaning. And second one is the antonyms, those are the opposite words. And the third one is the one word substitutions. That means instead of using so many words, if you can convey in one simple word, it is called as one word substitution. For instance, a person who always looks at the brighter side of things can be replaced by one simple word called optimist. So instead of using so many words, you just replaced the entire concept with only one single word. So it is always recommended to use these kind of one word substitutions while speaking or while writing. The third one we have just now seen, that is one word substitutions, and the fourth one, that is the fourth subcategory that we are going to improve our vocabulary is root words. What are root words? If we look at the definition, root words are the basic units of a word which gives us a meaning. That means they are the tiny parts of a word which gives us some meaning. There are so many words in English language which has their roots in Greek and Latin languages. So the wonderful thing with root words is if you can understand the basic unit that is root word, it is possible for you to make a wild guess of the words that you do not know, you come across in real life. Now let's see some root words and we'll try to learn the meanings of those root words, and let's see some examples also so that we can understand how learning root words is helpful for us. Let's start with the first one. The first root word we are going to look into is anti, and the meaning is against. And some examples we can see here in this slide is antibacterial, that means something that is against the bacteria. Antidote, antithesis, antiseptic, anti-terrorist squad, anti-gunda squad. We can see these kind of words in media also. So what is anti? What is antibacterial? Any medicine or any lotion that works against the bacteria is called antibacterial medicine, antibacterial lotion. Antidote is also a medicine which works to neutralize a poison. That means if a person takes poison inside to commit suicide and he is immediately rushed to a hospital, then he will be given an antidote. That means that medicine will be used to neutralize the poison that he has already taken. So this is the word, that root word anti. The next one, aster, the meaning is star, and we can see asterisk, asteroid, astronomy, astronaut, and we know asterisk. So what is asterisk? Whenever we type the pin code in an ATM or in our mobile, we can see just four stars instead of the numbers. These stars are called asterisk. They appear like stars. And what is asteroid? Asteroid is a part of a planet and which roams in the space freely. They often travel thousands of miles in the space. Astronomy, the study of space, or the study of stars and planets. Astronaut, a traveler who goes to space. The person who travels in a spaceship is called astronaut. So this is all about Aster. And the next one is aqua. Aqua is nothing but water. The words we can learn, we can see the root word aqua are aquarium, the fish tank that is commonly seen in households is called aquarium, aquatic, aquafina. You might have heard about the popular mineral water brand Aquafina. So here is the image of the water bottle or a mineral water brand Aquafina. By looking at this one and by remembering the brand name, we can remember that aqua means water. The next root word is auto, that means self. Anything which runs on itself is called auto. The best words that include the root word auto are automatic. Something which runs on its own is called automatic, like in automatic washing machine. We can find two kinds of washing machines. One is fully automatic and the second one is semi automatic. Fully automatic means we can wash clothes without human intervention. That means we do not have to do anything except to click on the button. And the semi automatic washing machine that requires human intervention in the middle. That means we have to take the clothes in between and we have to change the chambers. Automobile, something goes from one place to other place on its own is called an automobile. Simply we can say a vehicle. And the third one, autobiography. Biography is the story of a person written by some other person. And autobiography is if a person writes his own biography, then it is called an autobiography. Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, My Experiments with Truth, is written by himself. That's why we call it an autobiography. The next one, biblio. It is also a popular root word. Biblio means book. That's why we can see it in bibliography and bibliophile. Phile means lover. A person who loves biblio. That means a person who loves books is called a bibliophile. Bibliography, usually we find this word at the end of any reference book. That means the reference books that were referred are mentioned at the end of a book, that is called bibliography. And the next one, bio. Bio means life. So the words origined biography. That means the story, the writing of a life, that means a person's life is called biography. Biology, that means study of life, that is of animals and plants. And the third one is biodegradable. If you throw something into the garbage and if it degrades itself, then it can be called biodegradable. And non-biodegradable are which do not degrade themselves. That is, the plastic is the best example for them. The next one is chrome. That that the meaning is color, and the words are monochromatic. That means having monochromatic. Mono means one. Chromatic means color. That means something that is having only one color. Phytochrome. Phyto means plants, the color that plants have. And the third one is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a very popular science term because of the availability of chlorophyll, because of the occurrence of chlorophyll, the plants appear in green color. Plants have green color. The next one, chrono. Chrono means time, and the words are chronic, synchronize, chronicle, chronological order. Let's see one word, that is chronological order. Chronological order is the sequence of things that are arranged in the ascending or descending order based on the years. The next one, doc. Doc means teach. The words are document, docile, doctrinal, and the next one, dyna. Dyna means power. The words are dynasty, dynamic, dynamite. We might have heard about dynamic and dynamite. These are popular. But what about dynasty? Dynasty is a line of hereditary or rulers of a country, a lineage, a succession of rulers of the same line of descent. So typically dynasty means in Telugu we can call a Vamshamu, and dynamic means something that changes all the time. Dynamic leader, we use the word in dynamic leader, and dynamic IP. If you know about IP, every computer, every mobile phone, every internet connection has a particular IP, and IPs are of two kinds. One is static IP and the second one is dynamic IP. Static IP means if a computer has the same number all the time, then it is called static. And dynamic IP is if your IP changes all the time, then you can call it a dynamic IP. Dynamite is a powerful explosive that we all know about. And the next one, geo. Geo means earth, and the words are geography, the study of earth's surface, that are mountains, rivers, oceans, and all those things. Geology, the study of rocks. And the third one, geometry. Geometry is nothing but a part of mathematics. And the next one, GNO, the meaning is to know. The words are agnostic and acknowledge. Acknowledge is a very popular word. And what is agnostic? Agnostic is a typical word which means a person who holds the view that any ultimate reality, that is referring to God, is unknown and probably unknowable broadly. That means he doesn't commit in believing the existence or the non existence of God. He neither believes in the existence nor in the non existence. So it is something complicated. It comes under the philosophy. And the next one, graph. Graph means to write. So the words are autograph, your signature, your name and signature is called autograph. Epigraph. Epigraph is an inscription on a building or statue or a coin, or it can also be called a short quotation or saying at the beginning of a book or a chapter. So this is called epigraph. Demographic. Demographic means a part of the population, that is called demographic. And the next one is hydra. Hydra means water. So here are the words dehydrate. When you lose all the water content from your body, then you get dehydrated. That means you suffer from dehydration. So what you have to do? You have to rehydrate your body. That's why we take the ORS, oral rehydration salts. That means, or simply you can take some water and you can add some salt and sugar. You can mix them well and you can have. This is called homemade ORS, oral rehydrating salts. So this is all about dehydration. The next one is hydrant. We shall have a visual of this word. The last one is hydropower. The electricity which is produced by the flowing of water is called hydropower. Usually these are located at the biggest dams so that when the water flows from the higher level, we can produce electricity. So this is a fire hydrant. These are helpful when the fire accident breaks out. In case of a fire accident, these are very helpful for the fire department to control the fire. The next one, kinesis. Kinesis, the meaning is movement, kinetic energy. In the high school, we have already learnt about potential energy and kinetic energy. Anything that is in momentum definitely has some kinetic energy. And the next one is photokinesis. Photokinesis is the mental or physical ability to control light. So this is somewhat something beyond our comprehension. So let's move on to the next slide. That is logos. Logos means word or study. Astrology, the study of stars. This is something different from astronomy. Astronomy is a science. Astrology is based on beliefs. Biology, study of bioscience. And geology. Next one, narc means sleep, and the example words are narcotic, narcolepsy. Narcotics department is a branch of police department, and let's see the meaning of the word narcotic. A drug that in moderate doses dulls the senses, relieves pain, and induces profound sleep is called a narcotic. That means some drug that induces sleep, it is called narcotic. Usually narcotic drugs are illegal in nature, so they are to be avoided unless they are prescribed by a doctor. The next one, narcolepsy, is a chronic sleep disorder characterized by overwhelming daytime drowsiness and sudden attacks of sleep. That means the person who is suffering from narcolepsy tend to sleep all the time. He wants to sleep all the time and he is usually drowsy in nature. That's all about narcotic. And the next one is path. Path means feel, and that is the words are sympathy, empathy, pathetic, apathy. Let's look at these words. Sympathy, empathy, to show compassion, to show pity are called sympathy and empathy. And pathetic, causing feelings of sadness is called pathetic. Apathy is not interested, so disinterest is called apathy. So though all these words appear similar, but we need to be careful to understand them and use them in our conversations. The next one is fill, that is love. In the earlier instance, we looked at this word in the bibliophile. Fill means love. Biblio means books. So bibliophile means a person who loves books. And here the words are philosophy, again bibliophile, philanthropy. Anthrop means mankind, that is human beings, and philanthrop means if a person loves the human beings. That means if a person loves his neighbors and other human beings, then he is called philanthrop. That means he always tries hard to help others. That is called philanthropy. That person is called philanthropist. And the next one, phone, and the meaning is sound. This root word appears in the words microphone, phonograph, telephone. We all know about microphone that every mobile has, certainly. Phonograph. What is phonograph? Phonograph is an early form of gramophone using cylinders and able to record as well as reproduce sound. So it was used to record and play the sound again. And telephone, we don't need to explain about telephone because we all know what a telephone is. And the next one is photo. Photo means light, and the words are photograph, photocopy, photon. Photograph. In the olden days, when you get photographed, usually you could see a sparkling light coming from the camera, and photocopy is nothing but the Xerox machine. And if you have observed the Xerox machine, you could remember the light coming out of the machine during the process. And photon is nothing but a particle of light. It comes in the physics subject. The next one, scheme, means plan, and the words are scheme and schematic. So this is all about scheme. The next root word is syn, and the meaning is together with, and the words are synthetic, photosynthesis, sync. What is synthetic? Synthetic is something made by chemical synthesis, especially to imitate a natural product. If there is a deficiency of a natural product in the world, what we do? We try to create in an artificial manner. That is called synthetic. And photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process that we can find in plants, and you might have learnt about it in the high school. And the third one is sync, syncing your contacts in your Gmail. The next one is tele. Tele means far, far away, and the words are telescope. Telescope is a apparatus or a device that is used to see the things that are situated far away from us. That means you can see the planets or the asteroids, all those things. The second one, telepathy. Telepathy is the ability to know what is in someone else's mind, or to communicate with someone who is not present here. So it's a bit complicated thing. And the third one is television. It's a very popular term that needs no explanation. The next one is ab, to move away. The words are abstain, that is refrain from, keep away ourselves from. And the next one is aversion. Aversion means you are irritated by it, you dislike it, you hate it. That is called aversion. The next one, acer or acre, meaning is bitter, acrid. Acrid is the smell or taste that is strong and sharp and usually unpleasant. That is called acrid. You dislike that kind of smell or taste. Acrimony. Acrimony is bitter and angry words. Usually we find them in quarrels, arguments. Exacerbate is defined as to make worse or more severe. That is to intensify or worsen something. The next one is oddity, that is here. This is the most popular root word, and this is the best example to understand root words. So the example words are audible, that means the sound that can be heard is called audible. The antonym of audible is inaudible. If you can't hear to a sound or the lecturer's voice, then we can call it inaudible. Second word, audience, the people who came here to hear to something. The people who came here to listen to something is called audience. And the third one is auditorium, the people who gather in particular place, that is called auditorium. And the next one is bene, and the meaning is good, and the words are benefit, benign, benefactor. What is benefit? The profit, the advantage that we have in something is called benefit. Benign. Benign is something that makes us feel good, is called benign. Something that does good to us is called benign. If you can remember the high school lessons in science, the cancer has two kinds. There are two types of cancer. One is benign cancer, the other is malignant cancer. Benign cancer is a cancer that does good for us. That means it is not dangerous and it is good for us. And the second one, malignant cancer, it is dangerous or harmful, or we can call it fatal. The third word is benefactor. Benefactor is a person who helps a person or organization by giving them some money. This is nothing but the meaning that we have seen in the philanthropist. That means the person who helps others. And we have already acquainted with the word beneficiary. Whenever you use your mobile banking, you come across this word beneficiary. That means you can add beneficiary in your banking application. The next one is brave. The meaning is short, and the words we can see here is abbreviate and brief. Abbreviation is a very popular term in English language, and the best example would be VIP, that is very important person, and we can find hundreds of abbreviations in English language. And that is brief. The second one is brief, that is short. The next one is circ. The meaning is round, and the examples are circus and circulate. If you can remember, the seating arrangement in a circus is always in a circular pattern, and the second one is circulate. So these are the root words that we have learnt today, and in the next session we are going to learn more examples regarding this topic.